Okay, so Dan Radakovich recently made some comments about kind of our standing with the ACC and how we're still very solid with the ACC and, nothing to see here. And I don't know. I'm not totally buying it. Let's dive into this real quick. So yeah, rumors have been swirling about Miami eventually jumping conferences, maybe joining the Big Ten, maybe joining the SEC. And look, yeah, I think that's where one of those two conferences, I think, where Miami ultimately heads. I hope it's not the Big 12. I don't think it is. Honestly, I think that would be a downgrade. I think that'd be a step down from the ACC, to be honest with you. And that's saying something. But, I think Radakovich's comments about us being still very solid with the ACC. I mean, notice he never said, "Oh, we're committed to the ACC and we're staying with the ACC." He kind of chose his words carefully. He just basically said, "Hey, we got a great relationship with the ACC," and that's pretty much it. He was very diplomatic, kind of gave like a political answer. But I'm not buying it. Like, you're talking to a sports fan, a football fan who saw Nick Saban at one point, the coach of his team, say he's not going to be the Alabama coach, and a couple days later, he's on a plane to Alabama. So I don't believe anything that comes out of anybody's mouth until I see actual action, put in place. So I still think one of those two big conferences is ultimately where Miami's heading, whether you like it or not. Don't read articles from the haters. They're going to tell you something totally different. Miami is still a brand. Miami is a team that showed improvement, from year one to year two with Mario Cristobal, and I see the same thing happening year two to year three. And I also, our basketball team was just in the Final Four in the Elite Eight before that. Our baseball team has a rich tradition. I mean, they're having kind of a crappy year this year, but they have a rich tradition of hosting regionals and going to Omaha, and they have 4 national championships under their belts, and all the other athletics. I know tennis is a big one for Miami. Swimming, all those other sports. Women's basketball has been very competitive in recent years. So, I don't see why one of those two, big dog conferences wouldn't be open to having us. But, that's just my opinion. And I'm just taking a wait and see approach on this whole thing. I think his comments the other day they don't change my opinion whatsoever. Obviously, you're not going to show your cards. You're not going to burn any bridges that you're currently standing on. So I think Radakovich kind of made the smart move, just giving the diplomatic answer when being directly asked about it. Of course, these rumors all come out on the heels of the Clemson lawsuit and the FSU lawsuit with the AC or with the NCAA. Yeah, I think we're ultimately leaving the conference. That's just my opinion, but let's see what happens. We got a ways to go. My focus right now is on the team itself and having a good year, which I'm hopeful that they will. But let's just see what happens. But again, I don't read too much into what Dan Radakovich said here. But anyways, guys, that's it for me. Enjoy the rest of your day. As always, go Canes.